This year, my favorite race was probably Summer Grass Lake because I got to race Josh Toccolino, and the conditions were not exactly ideal, and me and him were going balls to the wall during the race, and my dad and Ken Sugamusto were not very happy with us when we came back on shore because we were racing a little bit too hard. My favorite accomplishment is probably getting a runabout high point because that was the one that I didn't get last year, and so it felt good to go out there and get it this year. This year I wouldn't be in the Hall of Champions probably without my mom. She's got my back all the time, and she's one of my best friends, and so it'd be really hard not having her around to reassure me and be there for me. The person I probably look up to most in boat racing is Billy Simmons, because when the first race me and my family were ever at with our own stuff, we pitted next to Billy Simmons in Franklin, Pennsylvania, and he kind of showed us the ropes a little bit and just kind of told us what was going to kind of happen that weekend, and then when we were sitting there and we watched him go out, he went out there and a runabout and kind of just stole the show a little bit that weekend, and it was just kind of inspirational to kind of watch him race, and that was the guy that was helping us that weekend, and we didn't even know who he was when we showed up next to him, so it was pretty cool.
Oh man, probably have to be the Nationals. Racing against Kyle Ball, it's always fun racing him in Sea Hydro. Yeah, I'd say the Nationals. Within a couple hours, won a couple Nationals. Definitely Kyle Ball, not joking. Dana Holt and then Colin Smith. I race against those guys all the time in 20 and C and pretty much all of the Midwest. Oh, definitely my dad. He does boats, motors, props, everything. I've been fortunate enough to be in a team where there's a lot of really accomplished racers. Probably just Joe and my dad, honestly. They've had a lot of success racing on their own, helping other people race, and I'd say those two. Joe Pater, that is, sorry.
I have to say my favorite race this past season was a race I actually didn't win. I went to Wakefield, knew we were fast in B Hydro. My good friend Kyle Ball was there. My other good friend Donnie Allen was there. Knew they were going to be fast. Went out, won an elim, finished second in the elims. Knew we were going to have to be fast in the finals. And Donnie drove a better race than I did, and he won. But it was probably the race of the weekend, race of the week for everyone. There was no closer competition than that race right there. And accomplishment, there's not many people who, there's a lot of people who race Top O, Marathon Nationals, and there's not many people who can say they lost that race on time. And, I'm one of them. It's kind of hard to win an hour race and get back into the pits and you find out you lost by a couple seconds. Pete Lauer's in the mix. I run against him in a few classes. He's always a pain in my ass, if I can say. Joel Kitty, me and him, great friends. We go really hard every weekend, racing against each other. And Kyle Ball, we had that race right there. Wakefield, we don't get to race against each other often, but right there, that was the highlight, one of the highlights of my season. And when the guy on your outside's looking at you, coming in, a handful wheel at you, the only solution is a handful wheel at him. And Don Allen is on the judges' stand. Everyone turned to him. They're like, they're hitting each other. Is there a call? And he goes, they're enjoying this. So, yeah. My mom, she's the backbone of Wlodarski Racing. My dad's the face. He's there every weekend. He's with me, but my mom's home. She doesn't travel as much as we did when we were younger. She, it's kind of her getaway of us leaving, but she's here this weekend. Not many other moms help their son carry and be hydro into their kitchen because he was sanding it and a tornado warning came and you needed to get it out of the yard. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be here without her. She, this season alone, or any of them, she has the final say, and I wouldn't be racing if she didn't get mad at a soccer coach when I was a kid and say, let's go race boats instead. Dylan Running.
Absolutely.
In all seriousness, I grew up in a very strong region, and there was a lot of people I could look up to. And one person I really do look up to is Rich Runny. He was a master of any class he ran. He doesn't really race stock outboard anymore, but he just, on the water and off the water, he is what a gentleman's racer is.